Did Barcelona actually make the right decision in bringing in Anthony Gordon and Karim Adeyemi for Marcus Rashford? If we can remember, in the summer transfer market, Barcelona had a deal with Manchester United on the loan of Marcus Rashford, and the deal was loan plus obligation to buy 30 million euros. People were expecting Barcelona to pay the 30 million and get Marcus Rashford, and then all of a sudden weeks turns to months and Barcelona has not signed Marcus Rashford. And then one day we wake up and we are seeing news of Barcelona has completed the signing of Anthony Gordon for 80 million euros. And all eyes were like, what? Why are they going for Anthony Gordon? Why are they going for him? When you can pay 30 million for Marcus Rashford, why are you going for 80 million Anthony Gordon? What does he have to offer? The question was no more about Barcelona not having the money to pay for Marcus Rashford. It was as if it was a deliberate attempt. It was a deliberate issue. And then after some weeks during the World Cup, we saw Barcelona complete the signing of Karim Adeyemi for 22 million. And the time limit for the 30 million obligation to buy Marcus Rashford expired. That was when it was damn clear to people's eyes that, okay, Barcelona did not actually want to retain Marcus Rashford. It was not a financial problem. It was a sporting related problem. So that is the question that I'm asking today. Did Barcelona actually make a mistake by not signing Marcus Rashford? And what made them go for Anthony Gordon and Karim Adeyemi? That is spending roughly 100 million euros when you can use 30 million euros to sign Marcus Rashford. I mean, he has played a season at the club and it was not really terrible. The truth is, it is clearly from a sporting reason. It has nothing to do with financial constraint or financial purpose. At first, people were like, Barcelona does not have the money to pay for Rashford. That was what people were saying. But this transfer market has shown us that Barcelona has the money to invest and buy players. But the reason they did not sign Marcus Rashford was for sporting reason. And so today we are going to discuss those sporting reasons. The reason why Barcelona did not sign Marcus Rashford. Now, number one reason is work rate. You see, there is something about Hansi Flick and the kind of player he loves. Hansi Flick is a type of manager that loves playing intensity football. A kind of put your opponent under pressure. Don't give them space. Don't give them breathing space. That's one of the reasons why he loves Rafinha, because Rafinha is the kind of player he likes. Work rate, he will give you 100%. And so what does Karim Adeyemi have and what does Anthony Gordon have that Marcus Rashford does not have? Work rate. You see, Marcus Rashford is a type of player that he really presses from the front. If Marcus Rashford presses from the front, if he tries it for 1, 2, 3 times and he does not get the ball, you will notice his body language. He will refuse to press. It happened at Barcelona. You know, at Manchester United it was the worst. He literally did not used to press at Manchester United. He did not. He does not track back. At Barcelona, he tried to adapt, but you see something that is not who a player is, because pressing is a kind of trait in certain players, not in all players, certain players. So he was trying to adapt, but you notice that he didn't do it fully. If he tries to press 1, 2, 3, he doesn't get the ball, he relaxes. That was one of the reasons why Hansi Flick did not retain Marcus Rashford, because he did not suit the system that he wants to play, how he wants to play. So if you look at Anthony Gordon is the type of player that presses a lot. At Everton, he used to press. At Newcastle, that was who he was. Intensity football. He will press you from the front. Work rate is there. Same with Karim Adeyemi. Karim Adeyemi at Salzburg was very good at pressing, very effective at pressing. Even when he went to Borussia Dortmund, one of his traits too was pressing. And Hansi Flick has worked with Karim Adeyemi in the national team, so he knows the kind of quality he has. So that was one of the reasons why Barcelona did not retain Marcus Rashford. It was not because of financial problems, it was because of work rate. You notice that the players that they signed to replace him, they have that work rate. They have that ability to press more than him. So that was one of the major problems why Hansi Flick did not retain Marcus Rashford. Another reason why Hansi Flick did not retain Marcus Rashford again was Marcus Rashford output with the ball. When you give the ball to Marcus Rashford, what does he do with the ball on his feet? How does he utilize the ball on his feet? You see, one thing about Marcus Rashford is, give Marcus Rashford 10 passes, or give, let's say, approximately 20 passes in a match. 15 out of that 20 passes will go out of play. He always looks clueless with the ball most times. Not all the times, but most times. He always looks confused of what to do with the ball. And his end product is always either he will lose it to the opponent under pressure, or he strikes the ball and it will hit the opponent. He really does something beautiful with the ball. He really creates something with the ball, especially in tight spaces. When he's being pressure marked, you will notice that Marcus Rashford loses the ball. That is something Anthony Gordon has over him. That is something Karim Adeyemi has over him. And the truth is this, take note of this, Anthony Gordon was not signed to replace Marcus Rashford. He was not signed to replace Marcus Rashford. He was signed to take over the left wing. The player that was signed to replace Marcus Rashford was Karim Adeyemi. But people don't know this. Anthony Gordon, the 80 million signing, was not meant to replace Marcus Rashford. He was not meant to be a rotation player. He was a player that was meant to start Barcelona left wing. Take note of this. Adeyemi, Karim Adeyemi from Dortmund, is the actual replacement of Marcus Rashford. And why Hansi Flick choose Karim Adeyemi over Marcus Rashford is, number one, as we said, work rate. Number two, how effective is Marcus Rashford with the ball on his feet? How effective is it? What does he do with the ball on his feet? I can remember in the El Clasico match that Barcelona won 2-0. Outside of that free kick that he scored, Marcus Rashford was very wasteful with the ball. He was very wasteful with the ball. His overall gameplay was very wasteful with it. And that is a problem in a team like Barcelona, because Barcelona don't want to lose the ball frequently. And Hansi Flick is the type of player that is the type of coach that plays direct football. So he wants a player that whenever you're given the ball, you know what to do with it. You don't waste the ball, so it will not cause turnovers. Because Barcelona plays in a high line. So losing the ball at the front of the pitch is a major problem for Barcelona, because they will have to track back. They will have to start going back to cover. So Rashford with the ball, most of the time his decision making is always terrible. Let's be very honest, his IQ on the ball is always terrible. So you see a player like Karim Adeyemi, he's superior to Marcus Rashford intellectually. Work rate is superior. And you're like, why would I spend 30 million to sign an older player that is 29 years when I can use 22 million and sign a younger player with potential that is yet to reach his peak years, that I have worked under? Because Hansi Flick has worked under Karim Adeyemi and has worked under Marcus Rashford. And the finances is better. Sporting reason, he's better. Why don't I go for this player? That is basically the reason why Hansi Flick choose Karim Adeyemi. Remember, I have removed Anthony Gordon from the equation because I feel Anthony Gordon was signed to dominate the left wing. Adeyemi was signed to replace Marcus Rashford. So the reasons why they pick Adeyemi over Rashford is basically work rate, how effective he is on the ball, and number three, age. Marcus Rashford sadly might be above his peak years. Let's be honest. A player, most players' peak years are always 25, 26, 27. Once a player starts reaching 28, 29, you start having questions about if this player will actually be the player that he was expected to be when he was in his early 20s. So you look at Marcus Rashford, he's entering his 30s. He has not really lived up to the expectation that he was supposed to lift up at Manchester United. He has not been consistent. I mean, why won't you go for a younger player that is yet to be proven and has the potential? At least let us try with someone that has not yet proven himself and has not disappointed, than to go for someone that is not consistent, because Marcus Rashford is not consistent. So that is one of the reasons. That is one of the reasons why he went for Karim Adeyemi also. work rate, utility on the ball, and age. Then number 4, price tags. You notice the price tag, one is 22 million, one is 30 million. You consider the age, you consider the sporting aspect. You understand? Then you get to see why Barcelona choose to retain, or you get to see why Barcelona choose to sign Gordon and Adeyemi instead of Marcus Rashford. So what do you think is the reason why Barcelona choose to sign Gordon and Adeyemi over Marcus Rashford? Because I am definitely sure it has nothing to do with finances. Yes, they have signed Rodri for 60 million. They have signed Anthony Gordon for 80 million. So it has nothing to do with finances. If they wanted to buy Marcus Rashford, they would have gotten him. So what do you think is the reason why Barcelona did not sign Marcus Rashford? Instead, they went on to sign Gordon and Adeyemi because Anthony Gordon is not a replacement for him. It is Gordon and Adeyemi